some similarities between the last few years here and what they're doing there, and the fact that they don't have their quarterback, how that maybe impacts things? Or they haven't announced it yet.
So I don't know if they have their quarterback, but there are some similarities, especially when Kyler's in. Don't know how it'll turn out. They end up starting Tune, but there are definitely a lot of things in which we implement on our own offense. So it's very, very nice to be, I won't say comfortable, but be able to adjust a little bit easier to what they're doing, because it's very, very similar to what we faced day to day.
They've done a good job running the ball so far this year, and I know they've had guys in and out with injuries, but guys this week have been talking about for you guys shoring up the run defense. How much of a test is that going to be for you?
It's a matter of physicality. I think we a lot of the time got outworked the last 2 weeks. When that wasn't the case the first 5. So we got to take it more personal than we have, and go back to the standard which we set originally.
Jim talked yesterday about kind of getting rid of the feast or famine nature of the defense. Start slow and play great. And how do you get rid of it? How do you be more consistent throughout the course of the game?
It's got to come from the players. As much as Jim is out there and he's trying to motivate guys, spur us on. We've got to acknowledge that we haven't started out great, and we've had great spurts, but we got to put it all together. We've had a couple of good games, but the standard is the standard throughout the game, throughout the season. So we can't just have these ebbs and flows. We have to acknowledge who we are, what we've done, and learn from it, do better.
Whether it's Tune or Murray, does it really matter to you? Who starts for them? I mean, neither one have taken a snap this season. So.
It doesn't matter to me who starts. Kyler's definitely the money man over there. He's definitely a little bit more talented. At least he's proven to be. I don't want to undersell Tune for we haven't seen him. But Kyler's special. We've seen what he's been able to do, through the air and with his feet. But as far as changing how we're going to play or how we're going to attack, we're going to attack with the same aggressiveness and ferocity, no matter who starts.
You guys are in this stretch of so many road games. How important is it just to continue to protect your house and win those home games there in Lakeland?
It's huge. You want to win them all, but it feels even more special in front of your own crowd. We want to be road warriors. Gotta have that Rangers mentality, but right now we're at home. So you got it. gotta have that protect the house mentality, and not allow anybody to come in and disrespect us or the fans.
You guys have been sort of the new version of the cardiac kids.
Oh goodness.
Just such close games every single week. Would it be nice for you guys to try to build a lead, maintain it, kind of put something away?
A win's a win, whether it's by 1 or it's by 20. It doesn't really matter to us. We want to be on our P's and Q's and execute efficiently on offense, defense, special team. But sometimes that looks like a close win. So as long as we get it right, we play the way we're supposed to, the score will take care of itself.
You guys scoreboard watch it all. Last night the Steelers won, so that kind of puts a little bit on you guys to keep pace here. Is that something you guys pay attention to here now that we're in the month of November?
No. I saw it this morning, but I wouldn't really look at who played last night. Working on what we got to work on. Focusing on ourselves and how we can get better, how we can win. It's all about the people in this building. If we continue to win, like I said, things will take care of themselves. It won't matter what the other teams in our division are doing.
Myles, what does it say about this team that you guys were able to keep afloat and stay in things while you were waiting for your starting quarterback to get back?
I don't think we ever doubted that. We had that kind of talent or that ability in the building. Had a phenomenal start on defense, which we can continue to maintain, but also playmakers on offense. And even though we've lost a couple, we have guys who have stepped up and filled big roles, and will continue to play well with the newfound roles.
So much would it help you, or maybe it doesn't matter, but you've got the 8.5 sacks, the next highest sacker is like 2.5, and it seemed like it was it's going to be a little bit more, perhaps, even this year, and I know pressures are important. But would it help you if some other guys were getting some sacks to take pressure off of you?
Would it help me? I think it will help the team. It helps the team to get sacks, whether it's by me or anyone else. So if I get them, it's just as great if anyone else gets them. We're trying to get each other free, get each other one-on-ones. At the end of the day, someone's got to win. Someone's got to make a play. Doesn't have to be anyone in particular, but we just want to win in general.
Can you talk about what happened in that last drive last week? How much of, I know you guys don't want to dwell on it, but how much of a learning or teaching point has that been for this defense buckling down?
I mean, exercise, a little bit of it out on the field, working on 2 minute, but also talking through it in meetings, how it could be better as far as, formation, being in the right spot, being a little bit quicker and getting the calls out and getting lined up. So it was a point of emphasis, but at the end of the day, you gotta move on and focus on the Cardinals.
Honestly, you guys were 52 points in that opening quarter, but it goes down from there. Jim kind of quipped a little bit, hey, maybe we're making some good in-game adjustments too, while also acknowledging that you guys do need to start faster. But just what has been the difference between that first quarter and those final 3 quarters, do you think?
Start to get a feel for teams and what they're doing and how they want to execute. Start to get a little bit comfortable with the play calling and coming out and the physicality. But we gotta get off on the jump. Can't allow them to get an early lead. Them to swing first, and then we have to jump on them from the start.
People may look at Darius Smith's number and say he's not having an impact, but you playing alongside, what does he do to kind of help you out on that defensive line? What does he do so well?
I mean, he still constantly provides pressure. Still great at communicating, great at helping not only myself but the D tackles, oboe freeing them up to make plays. There are multiple plays where I'm getting the quarterback pushed to me because he's going high, he's going low, and he can't step up. Ends up I make the play, but it's directly correlated to him being there and making him move out the spot. So it's not a matter of who's making the play, because he's going to get his eventually. And they're going to try to do things around me, around DT, around oboe, and those plays will fall as well.
We'll do last one from Mary.
This is right at the outset, but how do you make sure that you guys bring the same intensity and sense of urgency to a 1-17 that you would for like a division round?
Because it's not about them, it's about us.
No.
Grant, you guys will have Deshaun back for this week, and just wondering how, as a defense, how do you feel about that?
Sure, we feel good. That's our QB1. But like I said, if PJ was going out there, we'd have the same mentality. We focus on what we got to do, and having 4 out there, it's going to be good for us. It's going to be good for the offense, morale, and hopefully bring a spark. So I'm looking forward to it.
You don't know who's going to start for the Cardinals, Kuhn or Murray. Just how has that complicated your preparation this weekend? What were you able to do to maybe work around that in preparing?
Well, first of all, we had to clean up our work up. We had to clean up our mistakes, focus on ourselves first of all, and then after we correct that, we could move on to them. And so this, at the end of the week, I've seen, some going back and forth to who's going to start for them. But at the end of the day, man, I feel like they got to stop us. And we go into every week like that. If we come with our best self, with our best defense, with our mentality, we're trying to be the best, man. And no matter who they put out there, we should take care of business in our minds. So we have a game plan for both of them, both good players. So we're looking forward to Sunday, man, kicking it off.
How do you make sure that you guys bring the same intensity for a 1-17 as you would for a division round?
Like I said, it's the NFL. You could win or lose every week. So I don't pay attention to the record. division rival, whatever. You know, you got to come with that same mentality because if you don't, you might get punched in the mouth. So this is a big, big game for us. It's an opportunity for us to, in front of our home crowd, make a statement win in front of, like I said, our home crowd and going to next week. Feeling good. A team that we haven't seen a lot of, so it's good for us to go on Sunday and try to take care of business.
Grant, I know guys this week have talked a lot about shoring up the run defense after the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Like, how seriously do you take that responsibility? I know it seems like you always relish that part of the game individually. For yourself.
That's something we pride ourselves on. The run defense it hasn't been good enough. Past 2 weeks we've slipped, and we can't go on a landslide. You know what I mean? So, we know this team is going to try to run the ball, and we got to stop it. As simple as that. Make them one-dimensional. Every week is kind of sounding the same, but when we put on tape, teams going to try it, so we got to figure it out.
What do you see from those skilled guys? They've been in a lot of their games, even though the record isn't reflective of it, but they've been very competitive this year and played teams tough. What do you see from those receivers and running backs when you watch them on film?
Shoot, fast, man, fast. I got Hollywood Brown, fast, good receiver. Rondell Moore is another quick speed guy, catch the ball as a playmaker. They lost the tight end Ertz, but the 85 second-year player, he's good. I've seen his routes. He looks like he's a scrappy player. Who else, man? We don't know what the new quarterback could do. Whoever's going to be, we know what Kyler Murray can do, but it's going to be his first game. So we gotta get on him early if he plays, and so we got a rookie quarterback as well. But he can make plays too. So they have playmakers, man. The record doesn't show it, but we don't pay attention to that. So we play Cleveland Browns defense, man, to take care of business.
And they've been in most of their games, and they also beat
They
the
have.
Bucs. So does that help you guys make sure that you're taking them as seriously as you should?
Yeah, I think they've held the lead in all their games. I think. Yeah, so it's a statement to them. They've played some close games. They haven't gone their way. So let's just try to do our job, man. Focus on what we can do and not make it close.
You mentioned earlier about how before you guys could even focus on the Cardinals, you guys had to take care of your own business first. What was, I guess, without giving too much away, what was the most important thing impressed upon you guys this week coming off that tough loss?
The most important thing pressed upon us by who?
Jim.
By
What do you
Jim.
think?
By Jim. Of course, it was stop the run, man. And we gotta do that in any NFL game to limit things. And we did a better job last week than we did in Indy, so we can kind of build off that. But big plays as well, man. I don't know how many yards the running back had rushing, number 9, but both of them had a good amount. And he had most of his yards on one play. So that's how that works, and we can't have that. So in order to do what we got to do on third down, we got to win first down. That was another emphasis. So we got a couple bullet points, man, that we got in our head, and I think we're gonna take care of business, man.